This is NFL Draft Bible Player Spotlight live on location with Denver Broncos legend Steve Atwater, safety. Well, I've got to start with a question I've always wanted to ask you. How good did it feel to put Christian Okoye down?
Oh, man. Hey, you know what? I'm fortunate I was on that side of it than the other side because I know my man Christian, wonderful gentleman, has to go through quite a bit. I almost hate answering those questions because, I know at this point in his life he wants to put that behind him, and, I would imagine he gets the opposite side of it. But, yeah, it was wonderful, part of my career, being able to, again, be on that side of it, because if it had gone the other way, it would have been so pretty.
Well, you experienced a lot of success early in your career, and then you won those Super Bowls late. What did it mean to you to get those back-to-back championships after all the work you put in?
Oh, you know what? It meant a lot. And, my rookie year we went to the Super Bowl and lost to San Francisco 55-10, which I termed that game the Blooper Bowl. And then a couple of years later we got back to the AFC Championship game, and then we didn't get back there again until those last couple of years. So it really made me appreciate it just a ton when we got there in '97 and then again in '98. And that's the greatest joy. If you talk to any football player that's gotten to the NFL, the greatest achievement is to be able to reach your ultimate goal with your teammates and people that you care about, and be able to win that Super Bowl. And again, that's one of the best memories I have in my life.
How many of your teammates from that defense do you keep in touch with? I mean, the linebackers, Mr. Mecklenburg, the safeties.
Yeah. Mecklenburg. I live back in Denver now. See Carl Mecklenburg. I see Tyrone Braxton. I see Terrell Davis. He comes in time. Rod Smith, of course. John works with the team. Quite a few guys. Alfred Williams on the defensive side. I talked to Neil Smith. Interviewed him a couple of times on our radio show. So, I keep in touch with quite a few guys.
And what is your role like with the Broncos? Explain to us what you're involved with in the media and with the team.
Yeah, well, my role is, my actual title is called Manager of Fan Development, and with that I have a radio show that I do 5 days a week from 10 to 12 Mountain Time on Orange and Blue 760, Broncos station, and iHeart we have a partnership, and we're on again from 10 to 12. So I do that, and then also when the team has different events for season ticket holders and sponsors, I show up, shake some hands, kiss some babies, and just network and just create relationships and help develop those relationships. And this is a wonderful job. And I also get a chance to travel to events like this to kind of get firsthand view of upcoming talent. And whenever I see John, I'll whisper in his ear, "Hey man, I think this guy may be a decent guy." And of course, we already have all our scouts and coaches that are doing it anyway. But if I see somebody who stands out, I'll just whisper in his ear and add that person to the list.
How often you get stopped on the street in Denver with people just thanking you for what you've done for the city?
You know what? It does happen quite frequently. It's amazing how much winning a Super Bowl means to a city, and it's not just the Super Bowl. Football is a wonderful sport, and it brings so many people together. It helps people get away from all their worries, and for me, it's a blessing, to be back in Denver, back with the organization, and being able to be a part of that.
Now, when you were coming out, the big event was the Shrine Game, not the Senior Bowl. Wasn't it a little different when you were coming out of college?
No, I believe the Shrine Game was equally as important as the East-West Shrine. The Senior Bowl and the Shrine Game were right up there on the same level. I think the Senior Bowl has eclipsed it in terms of how popular it is nowadays. But yeah, back in the day, the Shrine Bowl was up there. Again, I was supposed to play in both games, the Shrine Game, and then I think a week or two later the Senior Bowl. But because I got the Defensive Player of the Game, my agent recommended that I not play in it, and I thought it was a good idea too, and it ended up working out pretty well.
Time to drop the mic at that point, right?
No, not necessarily. I really didn't want to take anything for granted, but I just thought I would take the advice of my agents, and it ended up working out well.
Well, you were an institution in Denver, and from all fans, I'd like to thank you, Steve. It's just a pleasure watching you play, man.
Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate it. Without you guys, the players are nothing, though, so appreciate you.
All right, thanks a bunch.